Hi everyone. Good morning. Good evening. Firstly, I'm audible. Uh, can someone confirm? Yeah. Okay. Is my screen visible and as well? So I can start the session accordingly. Can someone unmute yourself so that we can see whether you guys are able to unmute yourself or not?
Yes, we are able to unmute.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Right. Okay. So okay. Before we go into today's details, right? Let me have a very quick introduction. Okay. Majority of you already knew me and other ones as well, but very quick introduction. Okay. So myself Shiva. Okay. Have been taking GCP training, especially on the cloud architect as well as DevOps track from last 5 years. Okay. And I successfully have taken 25 batches on GCP only. Okay. If you see anyone currently, if you see, I can say like I started the trainings initial on GCP long back and later on it has been increased. And I take other trainings like DevOps, Kubernetes and OpenShift as well. So my core area is cloud DevOps and SRE. But due to the emerging openings on data engineering side, especially in GCP and all, we thought to start a specific exclusive batch on GCP data engineer. And this track will be taken care by Gaurav. Okay. And I'll be handing over to him the complete screen and all so that he can start the session. But he's having good amount of experience, like 12, 13 years, and complete into data, big data, Hadoop and all. And quite good amount of years he's into GCP data engineer as well. Okay. So if you have any questions, right, you can feel free to ask. Currently, everyone is being muted so that the recording will be clear and clean. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can mention the chat as well. We will be taking questions and logical points. Okay. And yeah, let me stop my screen. And Gaurav, I think you can start your screen and you can start the session. Okay.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shiva. So, hi all. Good morning. So, firstly, my screen is visible and am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, Gaurav, you can go ahead. It's visible.
Okay, okay. So I will start with my introduction first. So hi, I'm Gaurav. So I have more than 12 years of experience. So I have worked with a different domain like USA banking domain, USA healthcare domain, USA insurance domain. So I have good experience in GCP and in GCP, especially data engineering side. So I have good experience in Dataproc, Dataflow, Cloud Composer, BigQuery, GCS. So these are kind of the major services which I have good experience. So about my history, like I have started my career with the SAS programming skills, and then I worked on few visualization tools like Tableau and Power BI, and then I moved to big data and big data to the GCP. So I have worked multiple GCP project from last 6 years. So today this course is about also the GCP data engineering. So this is kind of first demo class. So firstly, like we will learn here like what is data engineering about. So this is the today agenda, like where we will discuss all the things about the data engineering side, data, what is database, what's the roles and responsibility of the data engineering. Okay, so these things we will discuss. So as let's start with the some basic thing. So everybody deals with the lot of data in every day, correct? So let's take an example of data. Like for example, if I am taking an example of the banking. Okay, so in banking generally what happened, every day we are performing lot of transaction. So for example, if we are purchasing something via online Flipkart or Amazon, so we are doing some kind of an online shopping, correct, and making some online transactions. So for example, you are planning to purchase anything on via Flipkart. Okay, so you are doing shopping via credit card or debit card, okay, or UPI. So this kind of transaction you are making. Sometime we are going for offline transaction. For example, we are visit a particular vendor to buy a tea, and pay all the amount in the UPI. Okay, so offline transaction, for example, we are doing via the UPI. So another transaction we are using, sometime we are also going with the another debit card transaction or going to the ATM. So a lot of transaction happened. So if you imagine like how this data is storing, how this data is storing in the background. So all the data, like whatever the transaction we are doing, either we are purchasing via Flipkart, either we are going with the UPI side, either we are doing with the any kind of a debit card transaction or ATM transaction. So all this data is stored into the databases. Okay. So here, what happened, databases means, so for example, I'm taking one example. Let me take here. Okay, so like for example, there is one customer, okay, with the customer name. For example, I'm taking as a Amit. Okay, Amit is the customer. Okay, he purchased some transaction. For example, he have done some transaction via Flipkart. Okay, so for example, he have spent 5,000 on Flipkart. Okay, on particular date. For example, he have done transaction on 1st October. Okay, so Amit have some customer ID or account number also. So for example, the account number we are taking 121, something like that. Okay, so in background, in banking transaction, what happened? All this information will store into the particular table. Okay, table means like if I'm taking layman example, if data is very less, so for example, then we are storing into the table is similar kind of a Excel sheet. You are able to see that where we have rows is there, column is there. So here A, B, C, D are kind of a column where, for example, here we have a customer name, here vendor detail, okay, here amount, here transaction date, okay, and here we have, for example, account number. So all these customer name, vendor amount, all these are called as a column name, and whatever the data is entering, that is the call as a row. So this is an example of a data where we are storing everything. So for example, Amit is also doing another transaction. So for example, he is going with the particular XYZ tea vendor, okay, and he is spending like 50 rupees or on tea, okay, and transaction date is, for example, 2nd of October, okay, and account number is same. So now new row will be the enter. Okay, so similarly, what happened if he's doing another transaction, for example, another debit card credit card transaction he is doing. So all this we are like storing all this information into the databases. Okay, so databases means all the things in kind of a structured data. Structured data means like we have all the things are coming into the row and column and we can easily read that. Okay, so that's the example of structured data where data is organized and fully maintained into the databases. So anyone have work on any databases, any experience in databases? Hello.
Yeah, you guys can unmute. So if you have let's make it an interactive session so that it will be easy for you to understand as well.
Okay. Okay, sure. So if I'm taking the databases example, so for example, one of the very favorite and lot of organization are using, that is the SQL Server. Okay, another databases example are Oracle. Another databases example are DB2. Another database example is MySQL. So these are kind of a few databases which we are using in day-to-day life in many organizations, storing all this kind of a data either in SQL Server, either in Oracle, either in DB2, either in MySQL. So in that way, they are storing all the data. Okay, so now just imagine, so this is all kind of a structured data we are talking about, where every day similar kind of transaction is coming and we are storing into the tables. So this is called as a structured data, where data is, everything is organized. Okay, so organized data and structured data generally we are storing into the these kind of a database. But in real life, we have not only the structured data, we are also dealing with the unstructured data as well. So unstructured data examples are like, for example, imagine you are going to the update your address in bank. If you are, again, I'm taking the banking example. Okay. Okay. So you want to update your address. Okay. So generally what you will do, you will go to the bank, or firstly you will try via bank app or bank website. Okay, so just imagine they have not allowed to address, if you want to update your address, they are not allowing, you cannot update via bank application and bank website. So you need to go to the firstly visit the branch, and then you need to update the address. Correct. So in that scenario, generally what happened, and once you will go to the bank, you will fill a form. Okay, after that, what they will ask, like they will ask your Aadhaar card detail or PAN card detail, any kind of a, where they can match the address and update that. And after that, what they will do, simply like they will scan that. For example, you have filled that form, they will scan that form. Okay, and convert as a PDF. Similarly, they will scan your Aadhaar card and put as a PDF. Okay, so now, so again, new data is generated. So like they also want to store some PDF related stuff. Okay, so for these PDF related stuff, like all this called as a semi-structured data, because here we have a different format. For example, anyone is submitted Aadhaar card, another one is submitted the driving license, another one is submitted the voter card, or so we have not only one form, we have the different form for the address. For example, for address we have one form. Someone want any another kind of information, someone want, for example, update his date of birth, or update the nominee detail. Okay, so what happened, so everything is generated but in the different kind of a form, and in every form we have a different kind of a structure. Correct. So that kind of a PDF kind of a data we called as a semi-structured data. Okay. So here, generally, what happened now in the future, like we need to consume this data as well. As a data engineer, it's our responsibility. We need to take care all the structured data. We need to take care all the semi-structured data as well. Okay, so generally what we are doing, we are reading that PDF data, and then what we are doing, we are segregating data and storing into the particular suitable format so that we can further utilize that. Okay, so now question comes, so this is the lot of data is generating. Okay, so like, but what they are doing with this data? Okay, so means what's the objective of storing this data, what they are doing with this data? So the main objective is, maybe you have heard about that, government is releasing lot of reports related to, for example, UPI transaction detail. Okay, so what they are doing, so they are telling last month, for example, in month of September 2025, like 5 billion transactions happened. Correct. They are mentioning. So how they are collecting all this data? So they are collecting all the data from the different banks. They are checking like how many UPI transaction happened. Okay, according to that, they are storing all the information. So just imagine, like here we have one another column, like whatever the data we are talking about here. So we can say that payment type. Okay, here we can say that via Flipkart, it's online, via XYZ vendor, here it's UPI. So what government will do? So for example, currently we have a one customer data. Similarly, we have another customer data. For example, we have the customer name is Rahul. Okay, he has also made, for example, with Flipkart transaction with the 2000 rupees, or for example, same date, the customer account number is something different. Okay, online he has done. For example, another customer, Siva, is there. Okay, he had made some transaction on particular tea vendor. Okay, his customer ID is something this, and for example, he has spent 150 rupees. So what government is doing, or like what as a data engineer or data analyst we need to do, we need to for example, anyone come from us and ask, like, whatever the transaction happened in the October 1st week, all the UPI transaction, we need details. So what we will do, we will filter out these data, like this is the UPI transaction made. Okay, this is the UPI transaction made. So we will count these rows, like two transaction happened. Okay, for example, transaction count. Okay, and similarly way, here we will check the total amount spent on a UPI transaction. So what we will do, we will combine 150 and 50. So this is the kind of a data you are able to see manually here, but in real time, what we are doing, it's our responsibility. We need to do these kind of reports to different partners. Different partner means either we are sharing this kind of report with the different uh, like CFO, CEO level, or like if I'm means what they will do with the CFO, CEO level, they are also making some kind of a what you can say, they are also making some kind of a decision who, like on which platform they are spending most. So for example, they are checking like on the Flipkart there are a lot of more transaction happened. So what they will do, so they will go to the Flipkart and they will make a some kind of a combined credit card. So maybe you have heard about that Flipkart Access Bank credit card, similarly HDFC credit card. So they are tie up with this vendors and providing different kind of the advantage, so that more customer will come on that Flipkart side and more customer will come on the banking side. So that they will take the full advantage of the more customer, they will acquire more customer, uh, so that once they will acquire more customers, the what's the advantage? The advantage is like they will get more business. Okay, so that's why we are doing all kind of a this kind of a data analysis, data engineering we are doing on the different data. Okay, here let's go to the again like at bigger level how the things are working. Okay, so for example, our source system, let me put this here. So for example, here as a customers, what we are doing, we are generating different kind of a data. Okay, all this data into store into the databases. Databases means we are storing, for example, we are storing all the things into the SQL server, Oracle, okay, DB2. In this, these are kind of a source system we are doing. Okay, and who is providing that data? All the customers are providing this data. And now if I'm talking about the target system, target, okay, or end user. Okay, so target, where we are storing this, so firstly, if I'm talking about the end user, who is the end user? So end user can be a government. Okay, so in India we have central government and state governments are there. In US we have a federal government and state governments are there. They are asking for particular data, like how they are asking, it's not like that they are asking. So there are the few reports which we need to generate. So that reports we are called as a regulatory reports. The name is regulatory reports. There where we need to provide, means as a bank, we need to provide different kind of reports to the government. Okay, so either report is monthly also, okay, weekly also, means it's all depends upon that, and bi-weekly, quarterly. Okay, so different kind of a reports are there which we are generally sharing with that. So one over consumer is and government. Okay, so government can be a federal government or can be a state government. Similarly, we have another consumer as well, and consumers. So for example, if I'm talking about the CFO, CEO level, means kind of a higher management. What they are doing with this data, they are making some kind of a decision with this data, like which so for example, here we want to so here we see that like they want to like tie up with the Flipkart, because more Flipkart transaction happened, so they will launch different kind of a credit card. Similarly, you have seen that like lot of Make My Trip credit cards are there, IRCT credit card are there. So how they are doing that? So they are analyzing all the data, like whatever the data is available in their database. According to that, they are making a decision, like this is the best vendor we can tie up, and according to we can enhance our business. Okay, so end user is kind of a CFO, CEO level, and government. Okay, but as a data engineer, are we providing data to directly to government or CFO? No, these are the kind of a end consumer or end user. But for us, like what we are doing, we are providing data to the different teams. Okay, one is the kind of a BI team. BI means business intelligence team. Okay, another team is kind of a machine learning team. Machine learning team. So here what we are doing, we are providing as a data engineer, what's our responsibility? We are not directly interacting with the end user. For us, end user is kind of a target, like either we are providing data to the BI team, we are providing data to the machine learning team, or there may be a some another reporting team as well, where their that reporting team is main responsibility, like they need to send the data to the government. Okay, so as a data engineer, it's not our responsibility, like we need to directly provide the data to the end user. But yeah, whatever the data we are preparing, we are sending to the BI team, be a business intelligence team, or reporting team, or machine learning team. They are further utilizing this data, they are consuming this data, and finally after doing any kind of a transformation is required, any kind of a processing is required, and after that they are sending different kinds of a data to the CFO level, CEO level, or government agencies. They are sending those kind of a data. Okay, so now what's our target as a data engineering? Okay, as a data engineering, now over like this is kind of a source system, like this where data is generated, and we need to move the target system. Okay, so now as a data engineer, our responsibility is not only move the data. So like what we will do, we will take this data. Okay, after that what we are doing, we will clean this data. Okay, after that we are performing different kind of a like processing. Okay, and finally we are moving this data to the target source. Okay, so in this way we are doing all kind of a things. So now comes few things come in, like what's the BA responsibility, like sorry, business intelligence team responsibility. So business intelligence team responsibility is like they are generating few things in the kind of a Tableau, Power BI, okay, Looker. So these kind of a tools, they are doing that, and after that they are generating different kind of a visualization graph Okay, according to that, we are showcasing to the means generating different kind of a graphs which are directly consumed by the CFO team. Similarly, what machine learning team is doing, so they are utilizing that data and they are making some kind of a decision like how future transaction will be. For example, what they are doing, they are consuming last 5 years data. Okay, like this is the last 5 years data, and after that they are making the decision. But like in July 2026, how many numbers of people will do online transaction. Okay, so means they are utilizing that data and they are finally consuming that data. Okay, so this is the generally pattern going on, like where what we need to do as a data engineer, we need to take care all this data from the like source system to the target system. Okay, so target, till now we are mentioning like BI team and machine learning. So we are preparing data from the this. Okay, now if I'm again segregate this data, so how data will flow. Okay, so for example, again I will start with the, for example, we have a databases are there. Okay, databases example you have said, we will take just SQL Server example. Okay, and another data, just imagine like a few minutes back we were discussing about the files data, correct? Where's in the file we have the PDF data is there, like where you have go to the bank and ask to update the uh, your address proof, that kind of things are there. Okay, that PDF data is there. Okay, and just imagine few data is coming from the different vendors. So vendors means, for example, stock market data or any additional kind of a data where their vendors are taking care of that data. So this is kind of a now source system. Okay, so after that what we need to do, like I'm talking about now more detail about that. So like how the things are flowing. So firstly, like we have understand the things are flowing with the like source system to the end user, and after that end user we have changed end user, now machine learning team, BI team and reporting team. So now I'm further segregating how the things are moving. Okay, so after that, like once we have these data, so we will move the data into the data lake. Okay, so now what's the example of data lake? Data lake is kind of a thing where we are collecting all the data into the one form. Like SQL Server data is also we are moving here. All the PDF data also we are moving here. Whatever the vendors data is coming, that also we are moving here. So all the data we are collecting into the data lake. So data lake example, if I am talking about, one example is Google Cloud Storage, GCS. Okay, if I am taking about the Amazon side, we are data lake example is S3. Similarly, if I am talking about the Azure side, so example is Blob Storage. Okay, so these are kind of example of the data lake where we are collecting all the data from the database side, file side and vendor side. Okay, in that way we are moving that. After that, what's the next step? The next step is we need to do the data processing. Okay, we are doing all kind of a data processing. We are doing data processing means, like once we are combining that data, maybe we have some kind of a duplicate data, uh, we are removing some. For example, we are doing some kind of a cleaning data. Okay, so cleaning means, for example, via PDF, someone have did not enter their date of birth, someone did not enter their any additional information which is required. So we are cleaning that data. Okay, that kind of stuff we are doing. So here, like data is coming from the different sources, we have collected all the data into the data lakes, and after that, in the next step, what we are doing, we are doing some kind of a data processing, and after that, what we are doing, we are moving all the data into the data warehouse. Okay, so data warehouse example is like, if I'm talking about in Google BigQuery side, so data warehouse example is BigQuery. If I'm talking about another platform like AWS side, so Redshift is there. Okay, so these kind of an example of the data warehouse. Okay, and after that, uh, so what happened? Data is coming into these different files. We have collected the data into the data lake, and after that we have processed the data, and after that we have moved all the data into the data warehouse. And after that, what we did, once the data into the moved into the data warehouse, so here BI team will come into the picture, here machine learning team will come into the picture, and here reporting team will come into the picture. Okay. So in that way, they are consuming this data. Okay. So means how data is travel. So data is coming from these sources, then move to data lake, then move, we have done some kind of a data processing we have done. After that, we have moved the data warehouse. And after that, again, machine learning and BI team is utilizing this data. Okay. So now, if I'm taking again here, now for us, source system is this. Okay. And what's the target system? For us now, the target system is data warehouse. Okay. So now as a, like, if I'm talking about the, as a data engineer, what's our responsibility? Now the source system is this. We need to move firstly data into the data lake. After that, we need to process this data. And after that, what we need to move, we need to move the data into the data warehouse. And here via data warehouse, different teams are consuming this data. Okay, so this is the way as a data engineer, your responsibility, like you need to move data from one source to the target system. Okay. So this is kind of the flow we are doing in day-to-day life. Okay. If I'm talking about the roles and responsibility of data engineer. Okay. So firstly, like we are like one is thing is data ingestion we are doing. Data ingestion is nothing like data is coming from the different sources. We need to do the collect the data, and then we need to do different data ingestion. Okay, we need to store this data storage. As you check that we are using the GCS side, or we are using S3 side, or we are using the blob storage side. Okay, and after that, what we are doing? We are doing different kind of a data processing we are doing. Okay, data processing means we are cleaning this data, we are removing duplicate. Okay, this kind of activity we are doing that. After that, the next step is like we need to take care of data quality and data governance. Okay, data quality means again, like we need to take care like whatever the data is coming, that is that should be completely correct. It's not like that some random values are coming. So means their data type should be completely matched. It's not like that like things are not matching. So that kind of things we need to take care. Okay, and after that, what we are doing? We are doing kind of a system integration, and one another thing, data governance. Data governance also we need to do. In the data governance, what we are doing, so sometime, for example, if I'm talking about here, like we are taking about the account number. Okay, so account number we don't want to showcase every person, correct? Or maybe here like phone number is there. Okay, so these account number and phone number we cannot share with the all the teams whoever utilizing this data. So what we need to do, we need to mask this account number and phone number. So what masking means, so for example, you maybe have experience of that, like generally account number or phone number, like for example, if I'm taking about amount account number, so it is sometimes 10 digit, 14 digit, this kind of number is there. Okay, so what we generally do, we will mask this, like we are masking and showcasing only last two digits. So nobody, like whatever the team are utilizing this data, they will not directly consume they will not directly check what's the account number or what's the phone number. They're only able to see the last four digits. So rest we are doing masking so that they are not able to see all the thing. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So as a data engineer, our responsibility is data ingestion, data storage, data processing, data quality, and data governance. And after that, we need to integrate this all the things. So system integration we are doing. Okay, where we are integrating all this data, and after that we are doing performance optimization. Okay, so now, like, system integration, what does it mean? Okay, so I think all the we are aware about that. Data storage, we are aware, like we are storing all the things into the GCS S3 blob storage. Data processing, we are aware about that. We are handling duplicate values. Okay, we are handling another things. And data quality, what we are doing, we are removing the null values. Okay, that kind of things we are taking. Data governance, we are doing kind of a masking kind of things. So here, row level security or column level security, that thing we are take caring. Column level security. Okay, system integration. So system integration is that where we are creating a data pipeline. Data pipeline we are creating. Okay, so as a data engineer, it's our core responsibility to take care of these pipelines. We need to create these data pipelines. Data pipelines is nothing like, it's like a, we are moving data from the different sources to the data warehouse. So this complete data pipeline is kind of a we are doing we are optimizing automating the complete thing, like how the data is flowing. We are automating the complete thing. So for example, I'm taking one example. So like for example, this is the data was coming initially, correct? So this is not data is coming not on one day. It is kind of a everyday activity where similar kind of a data is updated. Okay, every day new rows are everyone doing some kind of a different transaction. So this data is increasing day by day, correct? So every day new data is coming. So as a data engineer, what we can do, we need to create a data pipeline for this. Okay, data pipeline means we are responsible to automate this complete process, like where data will move from the source system to the data warehouse in the BigQuery or Redshift. Okay, so it's our core responsibility to move that data. So that kind of pipeline we are creating. And after that, once pipeline is creating, so it's our day-to-day responsibility. We need to optimize that pipeline. Optimize in the terms of like cost wise, like if it is taking more cost, then we need to reduce the cost. We need to optimize performance wise. Performance means, for example, if there is any pipeline is executing in 1 hour, okay, 1 hour it is taking. But now your team manager come and your architect come and he's saying, no, 1 hour is, it's taking too much time. It's we want to reduce that. So what we will do, we will try to reduce into the 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, so how whatever the things we are doing manually here, we can try to automate. We can use different operators, means via different things we can optimize this thing. Okay, so optimization is done in every level. We can optimize at data lake side also. We can optimize the things. We can whenever we are doing different kind of a data processing thing, here also we can optimize the things. Data warehouse side also we can optimize the things. At every level we are optimizing all the things. Okay, after that, what's the next step come? Like once performance optimization is done, then it's our responsibility, like we are monitoring this data. Okay, and responsible for the maintenance kind of a activity. Okay, monitoring and maintenance. Monitoring and maintenance means like whatever the pipeline we have created, data pipeline we have created, we need to take care. Sorry, like this is coming correctly or not, like there will be no failure in the pipeline. Okay, so those kind of a activity we need to take care. So these are kind of a roles and responsibility of a data engineer, where we are responsible for data ingestion, data storage, data processing, data quality, data governance, system integration, performance optimization, and monitoring and maintenance related thing. Okay. now come to the next thing. Like in this course, like GCP data engineer course, what we are planning to cover. So here is the PDF which we are planning to cover. So let me go. Firstly, I'm talking about the major services which we are planning to cover. First service is Google Cloud Storage, GCS, that we are planning to cover. Another is the BigQuery. Okay. Another service is Dataproc. Another service is Dataflow. Okay. Another service is Cloud Composer. So these are kind of a major services which as a data engineer or as a data architect, we are performing in day to day. So same kind of a services we need to use, or we are planning to like teach you, where we will cover each and everything from detail to basic. We will go with the complete project wise as well, like how all the capstone project, how the real things are working. We will create the different data pipelines also. So everything we are planning to cover. So these are kind of a major services here. Like generally, so let's go with this course. Okay. So here, like we will cover with the basic introduction about the GCP fundamental. We will cover the SQL. We will cover the Python. We will cover the GCS, Google Cloud Storage. We will cover the BigQuery. We will cover the Cloud Composer. We will cover the DBT related also stuff. So whatever the for the DBT is not part of this GCS, but the DBT is the another famous services which we are using for the data processing and data transformation. So here we are using the DBT. Okay, so all kind of a data processing we are using that. So that also we will planning to cover. It's a standalone service, so that also we are planning to cover. Okay, and after that, like all the big data concept, like how the things are moving. We will cover the Dataproc concept. In the Dataproc, we will cover the PySpark related things. We will cover the Databricks as well, like how you can performing all the activities on Databricks side. Similarly, for the like streaming data. Sorry, streaming data means. So let me take one example. So we have a two type of a data. Okay, one is kind of a batch data. Another is kind of a stream data. So, sorry guys. So
Can you
batch
have some
data.
water, Gaurav? It's okay.
Yeah, sure. So batch data means like whatever the data is coming on like particular frequency, like for example, data is coming on daily basis. Okay, data is coming on weekly basis. Data is coming on the bi-weekly basis. Okay, so that data is called as a batch data. Streaming data is kind of a live data. Live data means, for example, stock market data is there. Okay, stock market data, what happened in the stock market, like you maybe observe that like every second or data is changes. For example, if any share price was 400 rupees, okay, so after 1 or 2 seconds it was 410 paisa. Okay, after that again it is again 420 paisa. Okay, so every second change. Means whatever the data is coming as a live data, so that data also pipeline we will planning to cover. So in your like if you are going with the data engineering, so maximum thing, like maximum the data they are dealing with, the 90% of data is coming as a batch data. Okay, only 10% of data is coming as a streaming data in maximum organization. But still it's sorry, it's very organization to organization. But whatever, if you are going with the any bank, either USA bank or any Indian bank, or either if you are going with the any healthcare client, so there also we are dealing with the batch data. means streaming data is always less, means whatever we need to do, we need to take care data which is coming with the daily, weekly and bi-weekly thing. Okay, so this is the generally percentage, but still it's very upon organization to organization, but maximum organization we have a batch data. Okay, so that kind of things we are planning to cover. So all this cloud PubSub data flow are example of where we are dealing with the real-time data. Okay, and after that data governance and this metadata, so that also I will teach you like how we will implement that row level security, column level security. Okay, so these are kind of a major things which we are planning to cover. So here you are able to see that cloud data fusion. Okay, so whatever the pipelines we are creating via, so here we were talking about the pipelines, correct? Just 1 second. Here we were talking about the data pipelines. Okay, so data pipelines generally how we are creating with the, like for example, we are using GCS service, we are using the Dataproc service, we are using the Cloud Composer service. Okay, and then we are pushing all the things into the BigQuery. So this is the generally pipeline flow. Okay, means in maximum cases. Some cases we have different thing like from GCS to data flow or PubSub. Then we are moving all the data into the BigQuery. So all these things also we are planning to cover. Okay, so this pipeline which we are creating via code, but there are the few pipelines which we can create via Data Fusion tool as well. So Data Fusion tool is nothing like we are simply doing drag and drop to create a pipelines. Means for example here just imagine like here we have few options. Simply if we are dragging and drop, for example, this file menu button is coming. Okay, if we are simply drag, so it will create new file. So that kind of a visualization feature is there. So for that we are planning to cover Data Fusion as well. But maximum things like if I'm talking about the services perspective, in real life we have these kind of services are major use. Okay, which we are using in day-to-day activity. Okay, similarly we have the Looker kind of thing. Looker I already mentioned, like whatever the BI team is using, business intelligence team are using, they are using Tableau, they are using Power BI, they are using Looker for this. Okay, after that some basic machine learning concept, like here we will cover the basic, like how machine learning teams are utilizing those data, what kind of operation they are performing. Okay, and CI/CD GitHub action we will planning to cover here, like how we need to create a complete GitHub repository we are making, and how we are doing with means maintaining complete pipeline. Okay, how we are maintaining complete pipeline in production. So via CI/CD GitHub action we are planning to do. Okay, and after that different projects we are planning to cover. Different projects means either it's kind of a banking project, either it's e-commerce project, either it's healthcare project. So in that way we are planning to cover. Okay, and after that we will help you in resume building and applying, how to apply the different jobs, all the interview preparation we will help that. So these things we are planning to cover. Okay, so yeah, I think it's
Thanks, Gaurav. That's an excellent session, firstly. Okay. I mean,
thank you.
so yeah, anyone, if you have any questions, maybe we can open to questions. Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me unmute everyone. Yeah. I think you guys can unmute yourself and let me share my screen so that it will be easy.
Okay.
Any questions, Ashley?
Hey, myself, Sanjeev, I have one question.
Mhm.
You will cover I want to certify also. Data
Okay. So
professional data engineer.
certification, okay. Certification like is already part of this Sanjeev. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's already been taken care of. So certification meaning like once you're able to cover all the topics, right? So that certification is a subset out of it. Okay. You see, we had a section like certification preparation as well, where we'll be going to the official content. If there is anything that's missing, we can take care of that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And coming to the project side, let me spend a couple of minutes over there. See, at the end of the day, data is one of the most evolving currently because of the AI side as well, other things as well. Learning things are different. Not only here, when I focus on any course, the major thing is like we need to implement them with the hands-on projects. Without doing hands-on, just learning tools are of no use in the current day. So what we thought is let's create three different domain technologies like retail, on e-commerce and healthcare. Let's integrate all these things into different ways, like how we can integrate multiple pipelines and all, and how we can build a complete ecosystem out there. So once you're able to complete these sort of a things, right, you can convert the same into your existing projects. Maybe if you're coming from different background, you can convert them into your tech stack and you can focus that, okay, I have been working from the last 3 years. Don't keep more than 3 years because there might, I mean, not only here, any technology that you move, right? 3 to 4 years is a very good thing, especially from Google side. You can claim like 3 years of experience or 4 years experience, depending upon your overall experience, right? Okay. And yeah, and coming to the timings, right? It will be 7 a.m. to 8:15. Okay. Daily, it will be Monday to Friday. Let me keep some things here. It will be Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. will be the official time, like 10-15 minutes here and there. And it will Monday to Friday only. And the duration which you are planning is like a 2.5 months currently. It might be taking 1 week or 2 weeks here and there, plus or minus. Okay. But one thing is very sure that if you take GCP, right, I'm very much confident that we are the pioneers in the, I mean, at least we are very good in GCP training because from last 5 years, we started GCP training initially and later on it has been moved on. The similar way, we want to make data engineer as the pioneer from our side because now, if you see today's session, we don't want to focus on the basic, like what is cloud and all, because from a data engineer side, that's not core area for us. We want to build data pipelines and what are the things that we want to go for. So we made a session accordingly. Maybe in tomorrow's session, we'll be deep diving into few the technical terms here and there. And from there, you can start your typical data topics. If you have any questions, right, feel free to ask so that we can take any technical questions here and there.
Hey, one more thing, like you said, like
One-
data injection. So data injection means what? Like sourcing to like data injection means from source to this cloud server
So, Sanjeev,
storage and all.
so for data ingestion, like we have the different sources. Like for example, we are moving data from Oracle to GCS. Okay, for Oracle to GCS, or a SQL Server to the GCS, or SQL Server to the BigQuery. So for that, like we are using multiple things. So one thing we are using, like whatever the Google inbuilt services are there. For example, we want to connect with the SQL Server to the BigQuery. Okay, so what we will do, so there is one service with the name of Cloud SQL. We can utilize that, which we can directly use that. In some organization, what happened, they are not going with the one service, like because like the Cloud SQL is only capable of handling the SQL Server and MySQL only. What happened, like if data is coming from the multiple sources, so like for example, in some organization, like data is not coming from the only one databases, like not coming from the SQL Server, it is coming from the multiple sources. Like it is coming from the SQL Server as well, it is coming from the DB2 as well, it is coming from the MySQL as well. Okay, so in that case, they want to go with the one streamline approach. Okay, for that they are using Airbyte, is the one of the kind of a open source technique. They can utilize that. Okay, so Airbyte services there. Similarly, Firetron services there. Firetron is also a paid service. Airbyte is kind of a open source. They can utilize that, and Firetron they can use. So it's all depends upon the organization decision, like how they want to move the data from the different source to destination. So like different options are available. Firetron is kind of a paid service. Airbyte is the kind of a open source service they can utilize. And similarly, the another thing is kind of a Google managed services. So for example, Cloud SQL, I have taken the example. So it's all depends upon the organization decision.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, Fatima. Go ahead.
As you know, there's like this is
Can you speak a bit louder, Fatima? It's been, your voice is very low.
okay. Now, sir.
It's still low, but yeah, you can go ahead. We'll try to.
Okay, my question is, we're gonna do like you as you told us, you have 3 projects, right, in this case. So, we have to one project, like, or like We gonna select that, or you gonna
No,
tell us
we will
that?
be taking care of these three. You can keep according to your
Okay.
experience. Because, for example, if you're from US, right? I think you're from, correct?
Yeah.
And you're from already data analyst or something. So you can pick up whichever course, I mean, whichever domain is because friendly for you. Because, for example, you can go for healthcare data where you'll be having good openings there. Okay, if you are into that compliances and all, maybe you can claim this one and you can put in your resume that we have been working on this sort of a domain specifically from last 2 years and my expertise into this area. So we'll be taking care of these three. It's not like a pick and choose. We'll cover these three as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And Fatima, my suggestion also here, I will add one point here. So like whatever experience, prior experience you have, for example, some people have experience in insurance domain, some people have experience in healthcare, some people have experience in banking, or some people have experience in the retail thing. So they know more about the different attributes or column which they are using, or they know more about their keywords, specific keywords which we are using day to day life. Accordingly they can select their project and showcase in the interview, so that will give more advantage. Because for example, you are from the insurance background and you are selecting the banking project. Okay, so for banking you need to learn little bit more about the domain specific things also, means particular keywords you need to means you need to take care. Okay, so lot of few reporting terms also you need to take
Yeah.
care. So that it's better, like if you are whatever that your prior experience is, that according to that attributes or that keyword you can take and utilize that in your project.
Perfect.
Got it. Thank you.
I think I'm clear, Fatima. That's good.
How these services will be used for a DevOps engineer?
DevOps is a complete different track, Naresh. I mean, these services might not be helping for a DevOps engineer because DevOps is a different track and data is a different track, right?
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to become, I mean, see, it's not like DevOps and data. There are multiple tracks in organizations, right? For example, SRE, cloud and DevOps comes into one bucket. Data will be coming into one bucket. But if you go for product companies, right? Okay, they'll be expecting everyone to do every operations in the cloud currently. In that case, it might be helpful. But if you ask me frankly, right, DevOps track is different and the data track is different.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Hi, Shiva and Gaurav. So, what level
Yeah,
of
Sharit.
initial proficiency that we are expecting on coding and SQL before we start this course?
Perfect. Okay. Maybe we forgot to cover that point. So basically, Gaur, if you want to take, or you can, maybe you will be there for with these guys for the next 2-3 months, right? So you guys can talk and I will be listening. Go ahead on this question.
Okay, so for like if you have even basic SQL experience, like where you are know about like how to writing select star statement, okay, that's also sufficient. Still I am planning to cover here like all the SQL related thing, like whatever we are using for the data transformation purpose, whatever we are using for the data processing thing. So I will cover all the things. But if you have like basic like how to write the select star statement, so that will also good. Like I'm not asking like you need to be expert in SQL or you need to intermediate level. If it is beginner level also, that is good, you will get the good advantage of things, like how the things will come. So it's because SQL is not a kind of a big deal, it's very easy. If you know the basic syntax, so we will cover all the things, so that will help for you for you. Yep.
Who asked that question? Sanjeev or some?
Yeah, Sharat.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. So basically, see, right? So, SQL, I mean, for data, if you talk about data, data is all about SQL. So we assume that you might knew or might not knew. That's okay. But as part of the complete program, right? We covered. If you see the third one, second one, SQL for data engineer, we cover on fundamentals, whatever is needed, and we go into the things that have been taken care. At the same time, we go for Python as well because when you go for PySpark and all that, these are needed. But again, this is not so rocket science currently because Python is the easiest thing that you can go for, and you will not be a core Python developer as well, right? So whatever is needed for data, it has been taken care. No need to worry on that. Okay.
Yeah, hi team.
Yeah, Arjun.
Yeah, and what about the you providing any recording sessions after every session or
Yeah,
only
correct,
live
correct.
session?
No, correct. So recordings will be available after each and every day. I mean, each and every session. For example, 7 to 8:15, you'll be getting recording by 11 to 12 AM IST. for 11 a.m. IST, and it will be available for next 1 year starting from today. Okay, I'll be giving you a portal where you can log in and I'll be providing the credentials maybe by tomorrow EOD, and from there you can watch your recordings. So daily classes will be available. Okay, and the notes as well as interview questions, because we plan to have interviews questions for each and every topic as well, because data engineers are very less, right? Especially GCP data engineers are very less in the market, and we want everyone to crack the jobs whenever they go for interviews. So interview questions perspective as well, we are trying to include after each and every session. So those questions, materials, if anything, code perspective, the GitHub code and all will be shared with you on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and I'll be giving you a recordings portal as well where you can access for next 1 year. Okay, starting from today.
Thank you.
Any other?
Hi, Shiva, this is Prashant here.
Yeah,
So
Prashant.
before we enroll into the GCP data processing, do we need to have some hands-on exposure on the GCP platform before we enroll on this one?
No,
How
so
it goes?
basically, no, it's not like that. So basically, you no need to be having experience on GCP, because if you knew already GCP, what's the context of learning new technology? Okay, so assuming you don't know anything about GCP as well, that's fine, because you are not a core cloud engineer, right? To go into nuts and bolts of the cloud. Okay, you will be
Okay.
using, for example, there are multiple services here. Okay, you see, some
Okay.
services might be using by different teams. For example, BigQuery, you guys might be using data. Kubernetes, there is no need for you guys to use. Okay, so GCP, that's fine, because tomorrow we'll be taking about the how to create accounts and all. From there we can start it. So nothing to worry about our GCP side. Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Thanks.
But if you knew already for it, because some might be using GCP already, that's a great advantage for them, because they can aim for especially bigger companies as a data as well as SRE as well. Okay. So, but it's not mandatory.
Oh, thanks.
Any other? And this is an official page that we have, so that you can have every details here, recordings and what are the things that we want to go for. All the details have been mentioned here. So if anyone haven't had a look, just have a look at this. Okay. And any questions in the chat? And let's start tomorrow at 7:05, or you can go. You can use the same link for tomorrow as well. Okay, tomorrow also the same link works out at the same time only, and these are like continuous sessions only. Once if you're interested, you can enroll by tomorrow, and you can contact me on this number. I think everyone's having my number already. But tomorrow I'll be creating official WhatsApp group, and from Wednesday the official Zoom link will be shared, so that you guys can start accordingly, right? But the link will remain the same for tomorrow as well. And yeah, I'm expecting some technical questions if you guys want to ask anything, because some might be having doubts about the data and all. So yeah, Aditya, go ahead.
Yeah, with this course content, how much experience in KTP and resume?
GCP data in there, right?
Yeah.
You can keep up 3 to 4. Don't keep more than 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not only this technology, even if you're learning any other technology, right, just keep 3 to 4 is enough. Because if you go beyond, right, especially GCP, if you say like from last 10 years I've been working on GCP, then that will be the final question for us. Because 10 years back GCP is not there. So 3 to 4 is comfortable. You can keep it up.
Okay.
9:45.
Sorry. Yeah. Kalesh, you have any question?
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah, go ahead, Kalesh.
So, how many days we can practice on the GCP platform with the free trial account?
It will be like 90 days. Once you create account, 91 days you'll be getting up. And once it is done, you can create one more account as well.
Okay.
Okay. You can use this different mail ID. You can use the same card and all. You can, for example, if you see, right, currently this one I'm having for next 40 days, I'm getting 25,000. Initially, I'll be getting 26,000. I'll be giving you details tomorrow. But 90 days you can practice. Once it is done, again you can create a new account.
Okay.
Yeah, that will cover the Airflow, DAG and all also.
Sorry?
Yes, Sanjeev, we will cover everything related to the Airflow Cloud Composer, because Airflow and Cloud Composer is the main source where we are creating all the data pipelines. So via Cloud Composer or Airflow, we are creating all the pipeline. Either we are using Dataproc services, either we are using Dataflow service. Means whatever the pipeline we are creating with we are creating via Airflow. So yes, we are cover each and everything related to the Airflow and Cloud Composers.
Yeah, and one more, as I gone through like Dataproc use the PySpark and also PySpark, I have no idea. Like so that like how it will be covered for me the PySpark part.
So it
So
will be covering as part of this training, Sanjeev. Okay, PySpark and all as at this track module 10. Once you're comfortable with the Python, right, then we'll be going toward this one as well. So if you don't have experience, that's okay because you can follow up the daily classes and you can practice.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
And also any documents or any material you will provide?
Sorry, I'm sorry, I lost you. What is it?
Material, any study material will provide.
So daily notes, basically whatever Gaurav writes, right, that will be shared. Okay. And interview questions as well will be shared, code will be shared. So if there any specific material, again, official documentation the correct way, because we will also get the data from there only, right? But it'll be showing you from where you can fetch the data. But daily notes, interview questions, and the pointers and all are the roles and responsibilities, these sort of things will be shared accordingly on day-to-day basis. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, hi Gaurav.
yeah, hi Shiva.
Yeah, can you give me some insights about like we have different data engineers, right? The Azure and AWS and GCP, in the prospect of salary wise and future wise.
So like if you will go to the market, so the maximum things are going with the means whatever the trend I have noticed that like initially firstly AWS launched into the market, I think in 2015 or 16. Okay, at that time AWS booming, but after that now once Azure and GCP comes into the picture, so they are majorly grasping the latest market. So if you are going, I am taking the example of few organization. Like for example, Wells Fargo is the one of the organization. They are going with the Google Cloud. American Express, they are going with the Google Cloud. Lloyd's Bank in Hyderabad, they are also going with the Google Cloud. Okay, similarly, there is
HSBC, DBS, London Stock
correct.
Exchange.
HSBC is
So
also in Google Cloud. Only if I'm talking about in the banking, JP Morgan is selected the AWS. Means these kind of figure means whatever in organization I'm according to that I'm telling you all the things. Okay, accordingly you can think and decide.
So initially, like one few years back when cloud came into picture, people used to hire a cloud engineer, whether it's data normal engineer. But if you ask me frankly, right, in my company, we take data engineers and we ask them to work on Azure and GCP as well. There is no difference between your GCP data engineer or Azure data engineer because the concept remains the same. Only few things might be different vendor to vendor, but not only GCP, not even from data, right, from a cloud engineer as well. It's like a multi-cloud in 2025, not like a single cloud. But firstly, we need to start with single cloud. Eventually, you can explore other clouds as well. So salary-wise as well, GCP is having very good salary. Like I can't disclose few salaries, but if you go for bigger companies, right? For example, McDonald's is one thing that is in Hyderabad recently. With 8 years, they're offering around 55 to 60 for data as well as DevOps guys as well. So salary is up to your mark, how technical you are, how sooner you can join, what is your current CTC, but they are very good currently. Aditya, you have a question?
Yeah. Are you covering Databricks concept in GCP?
So yeah, so Databricks related thing, like if you are comparing like Dataproc and Databricks are exactly same, like whatever the operation we can perform on the Databricks side, same operation we are performing on the Dataproc side. So they are completely same services. So like in the Databricks also we are writing all the PySpark code, and in the Dataproc also we are writing the PySpark code. So same thing we are planning to cover, like how the Databricks services are work, how we are executing the PySpark code there in the Databricks side. So yes, we will cover the Databricks as well.
Thank you, Gaurav. And apart from this, after the course, are you conducting any mock interview kind of session?
No, currently there is no plan to conduct any mocks, but yeah, if there is any, we'll update. But as of now, there is no plan. But if it's really near need, then maybe we can take it a different way. But as of now, no.
Okay, thank
you.
Yeah, Shiva, this is Arjun. And
Go ahead.
regarding DBT,
Like, is it a Google one or it's a third party one?
So
DB.
DBT is kind of a like separate tool. So recently it was acquired by Firetron. I think around 2 weeks ago it was acquired by the Firetron. Okay, but it was alone mainly for the transformation related thing. It is very famous in the market. If you are comfortable with the SQL related thing, so DBT is kind of a just extension of all the things, like how we can collate all the things, how we can combine multiple logic. Okay, so means DBT is basically for the transformation related thing. Maybe you are aware about that ETL related ETL or ELT. So where T part is there, that team E means extract, T means transformation, L means load. So that T part, transformation part, is all the handled via the DBT in very effective way. So that is also, if you go to the Naukri and any LinkedIn portal and just check the DBT jobs. So there are a lot of jobs are available in the market for the DBT stuff as well. Means lot of organization are using DBT for the transformation thing. Means they're using with the, for example, GCP plus DBT, or AWS with the that DBT. Means DBT is kind of middle of everything. Even with the Databricks also, they are using with the DBTs. With the Snowflake also, they are using the DBT. So DBT is compatible with every system. Either it's Azure, either it's AWS, either it's BigQuery, either it's Snowflake.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Gaurav, I can see like in curriculum there is a like Looker is also covering. How many sessions you are going for Looker? Looker is, I think it is a visualization from Google.
So for Looker, like we will take less session because it is kind of a separate domain. But I will give you the basic things, like how the things are working. Okay, means we are not going with the Looker in the detail, because in the today demo I have provided how BI teams are utilizing this with the help of, they are using Tableau, they are using Power BI, they are using Looker. Okay, so these three famous tools they are using that. But for the Looker, we are not planning to go in the detail, because if we will go into the detail, the another data engineering stuff will be left behind. Because as a data engineer, it's not our responsibility to create that visualization related thing. But it's good to have, like, if we have good like at least basic knowledge about that, so it's give more weightage to our resume in that way.
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Hi Shiva, this is Vinay here. So I'd like to know about the course fee structure. Could you please let me know?
It's 25,000. When it's already there in the official link, maybe you missed it.
Yeah, my thanks. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
Every detail is available in the page, so that I kept it everything minute one as well, so that it will be a single page with all the details. Okay. Okay. So there will not be any weekend sessions. It will be a weekday only, and the weekends we will not take. At worst case, if there is any holidays continuously, maybe we can plan one day, but yeah, it will be Monday to Friday only.
So apart from this batch, any other batch also running any fast pace and anything?
Fast pace meaning I need to skip few topics. Very simple, Sharma. Okay. So there will be only one batch, and the next batch starts after 3 months, the same time. So we take only one batch. Not only this, whatever comes from me, like I want to make it very clear. Like there is nothing called as fast track batches. Fast track, if I try right, it's like I need to skip important topics. I need to cut down some topics for a faster pace. That's of no use currently. Okay. So this will be the only batch, and same timing. Next batch will be again in 3 months.
Okay.
Hi Shiva, this is Shiva Lakshman.
Yeah, Lakshman.
Yeah, I don't have experience in data side, so I'm a DevOps side experience. So is it fine for me to change the domain?
That's okay, because DevOps you already have lot number of tools, right? So data is
Yeah.
having less number of tools compared to DevOps for sure. Okay, so you can take it. That's not a big deal. Only thing is you need to have some basic understanding of SQL and Python. That you will be that anyhow you will be covering as part of this program, right? But yeah, but thing is, as you already know DevOps, right, Lakshman? Okay, maybe you can keep this one as well. And you can go for bigger companies, product companies basically. Okay, maybe recently there are openings for Assisium, okay, where they pay very good pay, okay, and London Stock Exchange, they pay very good pay. If you have multi-skill set, right, now let's talk very frankly. In 2025, with era of AI and all, right, it's not limited to a particular job. Even, for example, we hire freshers from IITs, okay. When we go for interviews, right, in IIT, they're already having experience with all the AML stuff, cloud stuff, everything, okay. So if we are going with experiences, 3 years experience, 5 years experience, the market is damn bad over there. Like everyone needs everything over there. Okay, so if you want to survive in IT, the only thing is learning, irrespective of a tech stack. Maybe after 6 months or 1 year, you need to learn Gen AI as well, because companies are demanding that. So we can't stick to a particular thing, right? So that's the unfortunate scenario happening currently. So, but yeah, you can take it. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, thank you.
So as a past experience, how much will be the strength for the batch?
I can confirm it tomorrow evening, Sharma.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's a data side, right? So generally GCP, we have good audience from an architect side, but this is the first track that we are going for GCP data engineer. Maybe I can't come because I don't take pre-enrollments prior. By today, tomorrow, I'll be taking all the enrollments, right? Maybe once you start the WhatsApp, maybe it will be like, I'll be confirming. But it will not be like huge.
Okay.
Yeah, I think no more questions. I don't see questions in the chat as well. Perfect, guys. I think tomorrow also you can use the same link. And if you have any questions, right, you can contact me on this number. I mean, you have my same number, but just for reference, I'm keeping up here. And yeah, we can start tomorrow at the same time. And see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, one question. Sorry.
Yeah,
Gaurav.
Arjun.
Yeah, sir. Gaurav, regarding what any insights on the data ops, like what it's a monitoring plus like logging. What?
So data ops means?
Yeah, any insights? I'm just wanted to know what is about data ops. Any idea?
No, data ops is I think completely different. So Siva, I think you can cover.
No, Arjun, you can pick me. I can talk to you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Bye-bye.